Hi guys, so just wanted to show you guys what I've been working on. So found this interesting AI app called Firecrawl. It allows you to scrape content from any website and gather the information, process it, and then do whatever you like with it. So I have been working on this script to just out of interest and testing out the functionality of this app, trying to get some data from well-known public website like Glassdoor. I was very specific in terms of what information I was looking at, and then I decided that I needed information stored in a Superbase website. So Superbase is a platform that allows you to create mobile apps and set up like your backend. So things like database, things like tables, things like authentication. So I am using Superbase specifically for storage, so the database aspect of it. So what I have here is the code that initiates the Firecrawl functionality to go to Glassdoor and scrape the website, process that information, and then store it in the Superbase database. One thing I like about Firecrawl is the fact that within the code itself, right, as part of what you submit into Firecrawl to initiate, you can actually include a prompt, the same way you would prompt an AI like ChatGPT, stating exactly what you need to be done. And it will take that prompt, process it, and then figure out exactly what information you want. So in this case, I've said extract company names from the Glassdoor website, extract company name, rating, number of employees, jobs, office location, and then for the highest rated company, describe what it does in less than 150 characters. So my objective with this is to take all of this information, extract it from the Glassdoor website, and then store it into two different tables in Superbase. Right. So I have my tables here. So the first one is Glassdoor companies that has company name, rating, employees, number of jobs, and an office location as data points. And then the second table here is just a description. So for the highest rated company, to store here in less than 150 characters what that company does. So I'm using Visual Studio Code, by the way, as my IDE. So basically, I'm just going to run this code now. And then let's see what happens. Node.index.js. Okay, so successfully authenticated, got access into my Superbase account, and then it's processing. So while that is going on, I'll just quickly explain through the rest of the code here. So part of what I needed to define for successfully doing all of this work, obviously, was the schema. So that's the various data points in the Superbase table, and then the instructing Firecrawl how to break up all the information it scrapes. So name, rating, number of employees, jobs, and office location. These individual items is how Firecrawl is going to be capturing the information from the Glassdoor website. And then further down, there's a mapping configuration here that tells Firecrawl, so for all that you've been able to gather from Glassdoor, store them in these particular columns in a particular table in Superbase, right? So it's mapped what it's found from Glassdoor to specific data points in my Superbase table. What else? Yeah, so by default, I try to also include console logs. So you probably see there's a lot of console logs here. So by default, just for me to be mindful of checking if there's an error anywhere, I can see at any point throughout the processing of this script, what the output should be, and I can compare. So if I have an error, I can easily track and trace that error. Something useful to be mindful of. What else? Yeah, of course, by standard. So making sure that you have like an environment file, .env file, where you store your environment variable so that your login credentials, things like API keys, are not exposed. And that's it. So as you can see from here, so everything checked out okay, successfully scraped and stored all that information. So if we go back to the Superbase website here, so for Glassdoor descriptions here, so as you can see, I didn't even need to refresh. It's obtain that information. And then, yeah, so Bain and Company is a global management consulting firm that helps organizations. So Bain and Company is the highest rated company at the moment on Glassdoor. Interesting. And then what about this? Yeah, so it's, as you can see, it has the highest rating. Um, and it was the first one. So I think it's just picked out. So we had Bain and Company, and then Crew Car Wash both scored exactly the same. My guess is it's chosen Bain and Company because it has starts with the letter B. Um, yeah, so that's it. Thank you.